For your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
Strikers, they went about their business very, very professionally. So I think sometimes you just set your goal a little bit too high. You think, oh, well, we need a 180 or a 190 to definitely win this game. And you go out so hard that you end up losing all these wickets up front and you just never recover. So they might just need to address how they go. But you rightly point out the surface doesn't warrant the total. There's a little bit of turn. Yes, it looks very green on our screens, but there's a lot of grass that has been rolled into the surface. It's loose rather than live grass.
And because of the misty conditions, they will tend to hold up a little bit more than if the sun had come down. And maybe the expectation of the second innings of the spin bowlers getting a little bit of purchase might not be there. It will be more up to the pacers like Taskin Ahmed, Alamin Hussain in the earlier part of the game to exploit the conditions, which are pretty much favorable. And the batsmen, the batters can afford to bide their time. Just don't have the scoreboard pressure. Required run rate 5.7. Simple matter of
When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
Parts of the world, and he occupies this position right at the top of the order. He's nice to watch if he gets going because there's not a lot of slogging. It's quite conventional cricket strokes. But he's certainly not going to knock it around for ones and twos.
Now here's a man who's taken a lot of wickets in his T20 career. Always the skipper tends to bowl him first, the left arm orthodox. He's got the arm ball going, big appeal. Misses the bat. He reckons maybe sliding down leg.
They're not going to have a look.
Yeah, boys.
Nicely behind that. It just snips the ball in. It doesn't really give it a lot of air, and that's a wise option with the proud seam and the harder ball, and to get a bit of extra bounce rather than turn. Skipper will be hoping he can make early inroads. That's what they desperately need. Short enough to get behind and played away very comfortably. It's going to be a teaser. Ball wins the race to the boundary.
All about placement. Lovely shot by Munavera. So often batters would look to try and get this square when they see that the length is a little bit on the short side, but he doesn't. He knows there's a gap between cover and point, and he just clears his left leg ever so slightly to be able to play it. It's a delightful stroke.
So the bat speed, just 51 kilometers. It's just the timing and the placement made it look so nice. Now decides to give the ball a little bit of air. That short pitch delivery which went for four forced Nasum Ahmed to change his tactics a little bit.
There's the turn. And these spin bowlers who tend to just undercut the ball a little bit, why they're so difficult, particularly on pitches like this, is the ball just skips on, and then one just grips.
Oh, it's up in the air. He may be a little fortunate, falling in no man's land. First over done, 5 without loss.
খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই সারা দেশে সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপেরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি।
When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
opportunity, maybe with the extra bit of turn and bounce, but this is Mikarin from the Netherlands, and he'll be hoping that in possibly his first BPL will confirm that he can make an impression. Paul van Mikarin. I hope I've got that pronunciation right. 86 wickets in his T20 career. Got a slip in position. And a little bit of shape too.
Yeah, Van Meekeren is above medium pace, and he looks to just swing the ball away from the right-hander. Plays his cricket, yes, you mentioned for the Netherlands, but his domestic cricket he plays for Gloucester in England's county system. But again, lovely to see some of these associate nation players getting a run out in these T20 leagues around the world.
You're talking about his pace does not generate enough, but the last one much faster, 5 clicks more faster than the first ball, so he is able to go near the 140 kilometers per hour mark. And if he can pitch it up like he did with the previous ball, the shape that he's getting there, the speeds I mentioned, he can trouble the batters. Be hoping he can get one outside the corridor of uncertainty on the offside. A little bit of a nick for the keeper or the slip. That's where it's supposed to go. Played, got the inside edge, the batter playing away from his body.
The Tigers need to take wickets earlier. You would think that if the game goes anywhere near the 20 overs that they would struggle to defend the total. You would need to bowl Tucker out here.
Oh, now he's forced him to a shot of indiscretion. That ball that troubled him in the previous delivery may try to make room for himself.
These are tricky little totals to chase, aren't they? Because the expectation is that you win easy chasing 114. But as a batter, you're not sure whether to stick or twist, really. You're not sure whether to try and take it on up front and, you know, break the backbone of the chase inside the first 6 overs. But in doing that, you surrender a few wickets and suddenly there's some nerves in the dressing room.
See, straight away, as you mentioned, talking about nerves, a shot that he might not have attempted if there were not the 4 dot balls prior to that delivery. So 2 balls getting the inside part of the bat is going to give confidence to Paul van Meekeren. But maybe Ahmed Shahzad is starting off the innings now, will have different ideas. I think the best option is just rotate strike.
In T20 cricket, you want the strike early, but this is his first look, Ahmed Shahzad, his first delivery, and it comes with just 1 ball remaining of the second over.
Beautiful delivery to finish that over. Superb over, just a single in it, 6 without loss.
When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet.
Up pitch but controlled. Nicely done. It's just helping the ball, guiding it over the top in absolute control. Very impressive looking shot that.
I always hear people talk about a batter holding his shape.
No worries, boy, no worries, no worries.
Bat face, how it stays through the line of the ball. That's just a controlled stroke.
Well ball, well ball,
Comes
well
back
ball,
with,
well ball.
good delivery to Munawira. Nasum Ahmed used to bowling in the early part of the innings. He's just going to get this over and maybe captain will change his mind. Change the bowling now. Use of the feet now. Good. Did it go to hand? Seemed a little uppish. Have a look at that.
Well, he saved 4. Diving away to his left. Lovely use of the feet. So Munawira is certainly busy. The seam of the ball might have just nipped the end of his finger. So the substitute fielder will make his way onto the ground. As some repairs get done.
Let's have another look at that one. As he just played that shot using his feet.
Come on, Nas!
Yeah, it was in the air. Or did it bounce once? Just once. But just the tip of his fingernails.
Well ball, well
Good
ball,
bowling.
well ball.
Good comeback after that boundary first ball.
Come, Nas.
Not often that you see Ahmed Shahzad biding his time. It's a couple of balls he's faced so far. Oh, beauty. The drift in, the turnout. Beat the bat. Got him committed to that shot.
He's got a couple to bounce and spin now. That's a beauty.
He's going to put the cedar dart.
Oh, is
Was
that?
crept through. Excellent bowling here by Nasum Ahmed. 3 overs done, 11 without loss.
When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
বন্ধুই জানে বন্ধু চাওয়ার মানে আর জানে এয়ারটেল তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে এয়ারটেল
When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
Well, one wicket and bowled an excellent first over and continues in the same vein. Does not generate too much of a speed, as you heard HD telling you earlier, 133, but it's just the control and the use of the overhead conditions. So very crucial for a bowler to realize that he can make the ball swing in the air in these heavy, foggy conditions here at Dhaka now. Sure, he's used to this kind of weather back home, even in Gloucester where he plays.
I said that they're searching for wickets. Van Meekeren needs to just get his length right. And yes, not getting hit for boundaries, but if he wants to try and nip one of these right-handers out, he needs to just get the ball a little bit fuller and allow that beautiful shape that he gets to trouble the right-handers. There is a slip for that. So almost take a few risks here and try and encourage the batters to drive him.
Just the swivel round, deviation down the leg side, comfortable enough, short and wide. Very unlike the deliveries he bowled earlier. Allow Shahzad to open his account with the boundary.
Yeah, won't be happy with this. Won't be happy at all. Yes, it bounces, but it's down the leg side. A player of this sort of quality doesn't miss out.
He was a little tentative early on, particularly after being beaten by that delivery from Nasum, I think it was. But that leaves some of the nerves. Oh, that was that quicker than the last one. Mixing up the speeds pretty well, Van Meekeren. Another one that hurried onto him. Hurt Ahmad Shahzad.
Yeah, this is not nice at all. This is bounced. It's turned him around, and it's hit him on the forearm of the bottom hand. We hope he's all right, Ahmad Shahzad, but he will have lost the feeling in that right hand of his. And let's bear in mind, it's not 40 degrees out there. It's about 18 degrees. So anything that hits the body is even worse in this cold weather. Just bounces. Ouch. Right on that elbow.
Had to be the most unprotected part. Can't cover up all your body with protection. There it goes. Oof. This cold weather, it must have stung. Hope it's nothing serious. Magic spray goes on. It might relieve the pain for a while. It's going to come back in the evening and tomorrow.
Play cricket, they say. It's a non-contact sport. Well, I tell you what, that ball is hard.
Non-contact with other bodies, but you get contact with the ball or even the bat sometimes. Yeah, seen keepers being hit on the helmet when they're standing up close and a batter having a big swing and missing the ball. Well, Lamin Hussain was very impressive with his 4 wickets in the previous innings. In and out of the national team, he enticed Shahriar, then a big slog attempted, not really getting a hold of it. Good catch taken. Good catches taken to that was Shoma Sarkar once again trying to go over the top, not managing. Good support in the field for Alamin Hussain. 4 for 28. Excellent bowling.
What about that stroke play? Was there one that pitched leg and hit off, or were they all caught in the outfield? He whiz, tell you what. They've tried to hit some boundaries and failed miserably.
Yeah, I think the shot selection of the Tigers left a lot to be desired. There were shots even early on in the innings which not necessarily were required at that point in time. Some shots across the line, some swivel shots. Tamim Iqbal, after hitting a boundary, just could not keep it under control when he tried to swivel around. And
when cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
বন্ধুই জানে বন্ধুর চাওয়ার মানে আর জানে এয়ারটেল তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে এয়ারটেল
প্রিয় দেশবাসী, নো স্ট্রেস নো টেনশন, এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন দারাজ অ্যাপ এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন বিপিএল সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে। দেখবে ফ্রিতে দারাজ অ্যাপে।
খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই, সারা দেশে সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি।
When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
বন্ধুই জানে বন্ধুর চাওয়ার মানে আর জানে এয়ারটেল তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট সব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে এয়ারটেল।
aggravate the injury. Let's go back, have the proper treatment, let the other guy take over.
Sometimes after you've been hit, there's just so much adrenaline flowing through your body that you want to continue batting, you want the contest, and suddenly you play a rash stroke and you get yourself out. But here's the delivery, bounces, it nips back and just hits Shahzad on the point of the elbow of the bottom hand. It turns him around, and that will be sore. That will be sore. I think we'll see him again today. I don't think this will be the last we see of Ahmad Shahzad. But for now, he won't play any part.
His team will be hoping that Shoma Sarkar can carry on properly and that his services are not required and is given a rest. They haven't got a big target to chase. That can be handy. So, and man coming in now, Shoma Sharkar, in and out of the national team. Such a classy player. Left-hander. Once he's on song, it's a delight to watch. Look at the numbers there in his T20 career. 3,235 runs, 16 50s. Hasn't got a century yet. Best of 88 not out. And Shomo needs to reassert himself, find his bearings. He's been a little lost in terms of consistency in getting the runs. But maybe this is the opportunity. But to put pressure on him, he's got 2 slips in position. Just the right line. Bit of a nothing shot attempted there by Shomo. 4 overs done, 16 without loss.
Missed by a mile.
When cricket comes, 1xBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the 1xBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. 1xBet, one step to success.
No stress, no tension. এখনই ডাউনলোড করুন Daraz app এবং স্ট্রিমিং করুন BPL সম্পূর্ণ ফ্রিতে আপনারই হাতে।
Okay, right. Let's go and join Shomo now. Here's someone with him.
BPL again, and whenever it's BPL, it's time for the Dhaka people and all over the country. People show up in numbers. It's no different again. They've shown up in a family this time. I've got Aisha and Samin with me. Ladies first. Aisha, is this your first time enjoying BPL from the ground?
No, I used to watching BPL match since 7 years. So Dhaka is well playing, and I enjoyed a lot. I hope Dhaka is the winner. And my favorite player is Sunny and Taskin. Shehzad also my best player, and I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, just a bit unfortunate for Shehzad, but yeah, you've bowled brilliantly and seem to be in a very good position. Over to Samin. You think you're in a comfortable position?
No issue for this Dhaka because they have Shomoy Monwara. They might do well, inshallah. Will be the winner, inshallah.
So you're not thinking about losing a few wickets?
No, there might be no issue. Might be.
Yeah. Very, very confident. The weather is pretty chilly, but still showing up along with the whole family?
It's okay, no issue because cricket is our emotion.
Catch it!
We are enjoying. We are here to enjoy.
Well done, well done.
So weather night might be not happening. Any issue we have.
Yeah, so
everything is okay with cricket. No issue.
Everything is okay with cricket. I think that's the voice of the nation. We are very emotional and passionate when it comes to cricket, and BPL, of course, is a great occasion. Over to the com box.
Shomo Sharkar here to open his account. Face the single wall. Mona Weera on 13. Going slow. 3.64 required run rate within control. Nahidul to continue this over. Receiving miss now coming in further. It's getting very difficult to sight from up here. Might not give you the impression on the screen per se. Backs away, tries to find the gap. Half a stop allows the single.
We don't want another one going off, do we? Or is it just evening up things, one from each side?
Yeah, pass the hand into the top of the knee. Bit of a tumble. Well, just managed to stop it. It's cut away, and that's going to make its way to the boundary. Finish with a flourish. 5 overs done, 22 without loss.
খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই। সারা দেশের সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি।
When cricket comes, OneXBet is here. Cheer for your team with us. Search the OneXBet site right now. Be in the center of all sports events. OneXBet, one step to success.
It's a tentative start for the Dhaka Dominators. They just need 92 of 90 balls. They're well on course, no doubt. But it's the approach of Dilshan Munawira. And now Sumusaka just in. Ahmad Shahzad, of course, retiring. Runs. They need to be a little bit proactive, positive, just like what Sumusaka does. Just allows a bit of space outside the off stump. Gets a boundary. Good start to the over. Good afternoon, Atha.
Afternoon, Roshan. That's a very good shot. Waited and played it so very late. There was a slip in place. But have a look at that placement. Away from the slip fielder. Fine. And he knew it would go on to pick up a boundary.
Just a bit of width outside the off stump. He made full use of it. Sumusaka, you think he's someone who's underachieved as a player? Because he looks such a fine player, tall, upright. Has got inside the line. It's been given. He's straight away gone upstairs. He's referred it. Pretty spontaneous.
And when a player does that, it suggests that he's hit it. He was 100% sure when he's running towards the umpire. Straight away, without any hesitation, took the review. He'll have to go through the process. Yes, he's way behind that white line, so he's absolutely fine, Nasum Ahmed. Might have been a bit of a gloves there too, and maybe also probably missing the stance. The umpire gave him out, so we'll have to wait and see where the ball ends up.
Well, judging on that replay, that can't be LBW for sure, because that didn't touch the pad. At least that's what I saw. Yeah, I just took the glove. Where did the ball eventually end up? Did it go into the hands of the wicketkeeper, or did it go past? That's the question we need to find out. There's no question of that being given LBW. It hit the glove, it didn't hit the pad, so it can never be LBW. Not even a question. I'm wondering what really prompted the umpire to give that out, on what grounds?
What we see from up here is the slow motion. They don't get to see that in the slow motion. Umpire has a tough job to do, very tough job to do, and they can get it wrong at times. Human error. Well, they'll have to wait and see. Where did the ball ended up? Because we think from up here, it got a bit of a gloves.
Oh, human error is always possible, there's no doubt. But I was just trying to understand what the thinking behind that decision. Because if it didn't touch the pad, and if it wasn't taken by the keeper, then it can't be out, because it went off the glove. Right, so let's see. This is a split screen. Look at the first screen. I mean, no chance. I mean, no chance. Just hit the glove. Just hit the glove. The second frame is quite clear. The first frame didn't hit anything. Just hit the glove. It was not hitting the pad. Don't think it went to hand, so can't be out LBW. I think it was given LBW. This is another look. Clearly off the glove. Clearly off the glove. What was now, he's been given out. All right, interesting. But what is he given out for? Was he given out caught? So unless this is caught behind, that's what we need to find out. Right, there is some discussion. The umpires are having a chat too. Right, so there is some confusion. A breakdown in communication. I think he's told Sumusaka to stay. He's having a chat. He's consulting the third umpire. Oh, he's reversed his decision. It's not out. That's the right one. That is the right decision. Take another look. This is what happened. Right. Okay. No, so no catch at all. So there was no catch. It was an LBW appeal. It can't be out LBW because it went off the glove. Right.
Yeah, there was an opportunity to get, if he had caught it behind the stumps, then he was in business. And now, Tamim Iqbal not happy with the decision. Initially given out, then the umpire had to reverse his decision. And now this.
Well, I can see the point Tamim Iqbal is trying to make. He's trying to say he gave, it was referred and it was given out. And possibly asking how you changed it. What really made you change? Well, that appears to be the conversation for sure. You referred it, you confirmed out, and how did you change it? Well, no surprises that Premier Bank Khulna Tigers will be wanting every inch because they're defending a small score. They need every possible wicket. And Sumusaka stood his ground and did the right thing.
डेड बॉल हो जाएगा ना, आउट किया।
Obviously, there has been confusion, a lot of noise. The umpires have to communicate, just find out what the decision was. So, all's well